healing journey, I've listened a lot to podcasts, I read a lot of books, I saw a lot of Instagram reels, people that doing or supporting other people with the healing journey. And I'm still doing that. I'm still listening to podcasts and for myself and, getting more knowledge. But some of the things I've needed to listen to so many times until it really reached the heart. And the other day, my friend is visiting me. We're having all these deep talks. And one of the talks was also about self-love and always coming back to your heart. And this is one of the things that you hear people say a lot, especially in the spiritual world, like, listen to your heart and like self-love and self-care, but what does it actually mean? Like, what is it that when you say you're taking care of yourself or self-love, what is the actual thing you do about it? Is it something you do? Is it something you say? Like, for me in the beginning, it was like, okay, self-love, so what? I'm taking myself out for a nice dinner, or I'm going to a really nice spa, or I'm taking a bath. Like, it was very practical, practical thing I was thinking of. But not really, it then turned into a task I needed to do. And so we were sitting here, my friend and I, thinking about a new routine for our morning and how we would like to feel in the morning, how we would like to wake up in the morning, how and what kind of technique could support that. Because yes, splash maneuver is one thing that is key for me. But there are also other things that you can do and maybe want to do in order to feel the way you feel, or to come back to your heart, to connect with yourself, to see, okay, where am I at? What is my reference point? What is my starting point for the day? So I think this is for me to really, when I'm thinking back, what would have helped me is like not only saying to someone, yeah, you need to love yourself more. Because this is for everyone, it's different, especially when you are in a state of anxiety or you're super stressed. Then this is just like, I'm loving myself. Or exactly the opposite. You look at the mirror and you think like, oh my God, like how do I look? Like I look really stressed. I'm super tired. I have like bags under my eyes. Like whatever it might be. So maybe the first thing you do, you see yourself and you're not like what you see. So for me, I think one good thing is to really connect and get to know yourself. I think this is really the key in order to get to a point where it is becoming self-love. Because I don't think it's, at least for me, it was not possible to just like, okay, let's do those 3 things and then you experience self-love. I am taking me out for dinner, so I love myself. But this is just the surface, no? Yeah, sure, you can take yourself out for dinner, and it's something, if you enjoy that, it can be something very wholesome. But if then you are at this dinner and you're talking to yourself, oh, I should not have ordered that dessert because it's full of sugar, or I should not have ordered that meal because it has a lot of calories, or whatever that might be, whatever story your mind is telling you, then it's not very self-loving, huh? Then it's missing the point. So I think it's most of the time is an inner work, like connecting with yourself, getting friends with yourself, observing yourself. What is it that you think? Why do you think it? Why do you think a dessert is bad for you? Or I have so many examples, right? I could give now. But you know exactly what it is, that how you talk to yourself. So it's those, you might think small things, but I think it's really key how we talk to ourselves. And this is the way to get to know yourself and observe yourself and get in love with yourself. So taking taking these moments and observing yourself in a non-judgmental way. This is the key. So try to find an example here. Something rising up, or let's say something like you washing the dishes, and then something's falling down, and it breaks a glass. So how would be a self-loving way of reacting? Would it be, oh, damn it, what did you do? Why are you so clumsy? Would it be like this, or would it be like, oh, okay, this happened. Let's just get something to get it off the floor and make sure I don't cut myself and put it away. And you know what? Maybe this glass was anyway not the nicest one, so let's next day or whenever I go to the market or wherever you find nice glasses. For us it's at the market, there you find everything. Portugal is a different world, at least here. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna invest in a few new glasses because yeah, maybe it's just time for a new glass. So instead of going the rabbit hole of like, oh, what did you do? Like, oh, okay, this happened. Like not even judging what happened. It's not even connected to you. So maybe, yeah, so try to find another example for when you can look at yourself and see things in a loving way instead of like a judgmental way and like putting yourself down. Or when I think most of the people can relate to when they are in a group, you meet your friends, you're feeling comfortable with your friends, but then when you're home, you're asking yourself, what did I say? I'm not sure this was nice to say. Was it? And you're starting to think about this and you're starting to feel uncomfortable and maybe even anxious. I think this is very much related to anxiety, people with anxiety and having anxiety, well, so-called disorder. So there's a whole thing about releasing stress in order to release anxiety. But apart from that, I think everyone can relate to that, right? That you get this insecurity after you met your friends or a group of people. So how can you be self-loving with yourself? Like what would you say to yourself? Even if you would have said something that's maybe not nice. First of all, if it's related to a person, the person can also come to you and tell you, hey, this was not nice that you said that, so you have the chance to apologize. If you really feel insecure, you can say to yourself, okay, maybe it was not nice what I said, or I feel insecure about it. Maybe I just ask this person and talk about it, and instead of like putting yourself down and down and down for a fine reason why it was not nice. So I think what I'm trying to say is like finding the time to sit with yourself and not being judgmental, because we are all not perfect. Especially when you're on a healing journey, you're going like, there are waves, and the waves first are really, really big of emotions and what you're going through. And then you jump, and you are a level higher. And I'm not now talking about, oh, you're a level down, I'm a level higher. This is not about this. It's about like your healing journey, your personal one. And then the waves are getting smaller. And it's not, you find yourself having more capacity to deal with things, to more quickly see and faster see how you, like, what it is and why you react like this, or why you handle certain situations like this. You're starting to see the patterns. And then at some point, you already change your behavior and you see it, and you will get to another situation where the universe is testing you again, and you're already handling the situation completely different, and you can look back and be like, oh, okay, that's nice. I didn't push myself down. I actually was lifting myself up, and I saw the situation in a different way. So seeing the situation from two sides, right, with a non-judgmental way, and then choosing where you want to go, and to detach yourself from the things around. And it's not always easy, I would say. especially because this is programmed in us for so long, right? Certain patterns. So it might take you some time to unlearn it. But once you do it, it's amazing what self-love can do. It's the key for everything. I really, really, really believe that. And yes, you will have days where you not feel great and where you think, ugh, today I don't like myself, or today I look in the mirror and I'm not feel especially beautiful or something like this. But it's okay, you know? Even if you feel like this, we not have to push ourselves down for feeling like how we feel. We can just feel it. We can ask ourselves why we feel that, but we not need to judge it. It's just, emotion is actually just an emotion, nothing more. We are the ones that putting labels on it and define if it's good or bad. So crying is okay, but if it's too much, it's bad. Who made the rules? If you want to cry all day long, I mean, it's also, you have to ask yourself if this is a reality you want to live in, sure, yeah? But crying can be also, today in the morning, I went to my friend who has an organic shop, and there was a neighbor, and we know each other already, and for some reason we were listening to, they showed me these traditional Portuguese songs. They're so emotional and so beautiful. And I didn't understand a word, but the emotions were absolutely beautiful. And there was another person coming in, listening to the song, and we both had tears in our eyes. So what? So I can now, surely everyone understood that the tears were coming from the song and getting goosebumps and feeling the energy. But it's just tears and feeling the emotion, no label attached. It's just what it is. So I think this is where a lot of emotions, when you see also anger, how we put the label on that this is something bad. I don't think it's something bad. Sure, if you use anger to create harm or like want something bad for people, yeah, sure, then you use it for something bad. But if it's just an emotion that's coming up, it can be a very good, like a very energizing emotion. I sometimes listen to hardcore punk music and people tell me, wow, that's very aggressive. And I just think, no, I think it's great. It gives me a lot of energy, a lot of drive. Sometimes when I'm working on patterns for my fashion designs, I like to listen to it, and then it gives me, I don't know, just get very energized. And I don't know, it just does that for me. And also when I started listening to it, it was never for me something bad. The lyrics are, well, at least the bands that I'm listening to, they're usually not bad lyrics. It's actually has a lot to do with like getting energy, getting something out. So yeah, I think I wish that I had listened to someone that was telling me or explaining to me that self-love is not necessarily what you do physically. I mean, I also physics, now I get the words wrong. There's also some physical things you can do for sure to support it, but it's still, you can bring your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your head, and you can do that, but if you not really feel into it and zoom in, it's just placing your hands on your body, right? You can also think about something completely different. You can have racing thoughts while doing it, and so you will not feel maybe the effect that it can have. So it's about the intention, and yeah, getting to know yourself. Just be curious, and just is the word, right? Learning to be curious about yourself, getting to know yourself in order to know what you like and what you don't like. Setting boundaries. And by boundaries, it's like, again, listening to your body. Do you really want to meet your friend? that day that you said you would. And there's no judgment. If you have not the power and the energy to meet this friend, I think you're doing a favor to this friend to say, hey, listen, I cannot today. I'm not feeling this, or I want to be by myself. Actually, you don't even have to have an excuse. Because if you're sitting there and your mind is actually, oh, I actually just want to be on my sofa and reading, or I don't know. You're not doing your friend any favor, because then you're not really present, right? And that's, again, not judging. It's not something bad that you do. It's just being aware of those things. So, yeah. This is one of the things I would be supporting you when we are in a one-on-one coaching session. To get into those little moments and being curious. Being curious, like, what is it that you do during the day? What thoughts do you have during your day? Like observing yourself, being your own detective, basically. And then getting to the points and try to find a way to do it in a different way. Like talking to you in a different way. And slowly, this will be, it takes 21, 28 days to change your habits. And you will see that it's a very smooth transition how your life will change. So if you want to work with me, leave me a comment or send me a mail. Get in contact with me, and we will get a discovery call and we see how we can work together. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.